Are you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
No, I just meant, are you ready for the referendum?
Yeah, I am.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Interview done. Are you ready?
I am. Are you?
Do you know what I'm gonna ask?
Are you ready?
Are
Yes,
you?
yes, I am.
Do you know Lizzo?
I do know Lizzo. Not personally, but
You've heard of?
I have heard of her,
Okay.
yeah.
And do you know the song she has, and it goes, am I ready?
I get another.
Am I ready?
I do know that one, yeah.
Have you been singing that to yourself in regards to the referendum?
No, that's not really how I linked that song, but now I will, now that you brought it up.
This referendum, there will be some people voting for the first time in anything. I'm talking about those of you who have just turned 18. But are you ready? When you first heard that there was going to be a referendum, were you like, oh, referendum? Yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, referendum.
You did?
I do know what a referendum is, yeah.
Oh, what is it?
It's when
you propose a question or something you want to change, and that it goes through like a lot of approvals or disapprovals, and then it's presented to the nation and they vote on it.
everyone will either vote yes or no.
And after the public vote occurs, 4 out of 6 states of Australia, so majority of states have to pass it through. So it's quite a big process to get laws within the Constitution altered or added.
Yeah, wow. Are you reading off a phone or something?
No.
Wow. Do you know how many referendums Australia has had?
There has been something like 18, was it? I don't know.
I'm not too sure. To be honest.
Do you think most adults know how many referendums there have been?
So there's been 19 referendums and there's been 44 changes proposed. But out of those 44 changes proposed, since 1901, there's only been 8 of them that have been established.
So what percentage of referendums have been successful?
So 8 out of 44, I'd say that's around 2 out of 22, 1 out of 11, a bit less than 10%. Probably like 20%.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll check that and then we'll get a little like ding if it was correct. From your understanding, what is a voice to Parliament?
So the Voice to Parliament is a advisory board towards the Parliament, and it's also a way that Indigenous Voice can always have a say, regardless of the government changes that happen throughout the years.
Without the perspective of Indigenous people, we can't really know what they want or how to give it to them, especially if we didn't grow up that way and we didn't relate to it.
I think it's something that will give Indigenous people more of a platform to have a say and have a voice in a place that they never ceded sovereignty for.
What do you think the argument is against the voice? What have you heard?
I think someone said division of races. That was a big thing.
People think that it would be something that's race dividing rather than creating equity and equality.
I heard that the opinion is divided by people are not doing enough and that the referendum is not enough of a step towards representation. But there's also people who really appreciate this step because it's a stepping stone towards greater things.
How do you prepare yourself for a referendum?
I think prior research. Definitely prior research, because I like to get to know what I'm talking about.
I listen. I don't just read. I also talk to people.
I usually go for either like news.com.au or BTN.
Can you look into the camera and say that?
BTN is a very valid source for my consumption of media in regards to Australian laws.
Great.
So Instagram posts from different news sources, so reliable sources.
Have you had to go out and find these sources yourself, or do you feel like the information is coming to you?
Look, I think there is lots of information that comes to us, but I think that you need to delve further into it to actually find information that is accurate and that represents all of the different opinions on each of the subjects.
Do you have anyone in your life telling you, you have to vote this way or I will never talk to you again?
In my personal life, my parents, my family, they're very open. We have political conversations. We have conversations about quite literally anything, and they're very open about having your own opinion on different things.
That's good.
Yeah.
Is this a heated conversation in the schoolyard? No?
It's not like a huge conversation topic.
Do you think most people in your year are sort of know what the referendum is about, or are there some people who are like, what is this?
Most probably there's a good contrast of the people. So there's probably people that are like well onto it, they know what they're gonna vote for, and there's people that have like no clue about what they're gonna do about it.
So are you enrolled to vote?
I am.
Okay, and how seriously do you take voting?
Really seriously. I think it's a really important thing. I'm not massively into politics, but I am Indigenous and really believe in having people have that opportunity, both like in a national political sense, but in just generally in education and things like that, which at the moment Indigenous people don't have.
I think it's really important that people have their say, especially younger citizens of Australia as well. And I think it's a really great opportunity and practice for future elections as well. And I don't think it should be neglected in any way or sort or form.
But I think young people bring a different perspective about what they find is important and what issues they're passionate about as compared to the older generation. So I think it would give a wider variety of views into our government and what, especially since younger people, they're the future of Australia too, so what they want, what they find important now is likely what they'll find important in a few years and down the line.
Do you agree with the quote, I believe the children are our future, teach them well and let them lead the way?
I think children have a part in leading the way, especially if they're well educated, but I think we also can't discredit what experience brings to the table and how older people can support us into making us better people and into shaping the world into something better.
Do you know who said that quote?
I don't.
It was Whitney Houston.
Oh.
It's a song.
Oh.
Used to be everybody searching for